guys, welcome. I'm Erin, and thank you for joining me for this yoga practice. This is going to be a gentle, low yoga flow. It'll be mostly low to the ground, so if you are just looking for something a little bit gentler today, this is the practice for you. So I will invite you to join me on the mat in a nice, comfortable seat of your choice. It doesn't really matter what you're doing with your legs here. And then find somewhere that's natural to rest your hands. So that could be on your knees, in your lap, whatever is most comfortable for you. And then I will invite you, before we move, just to kind of arrive and find your presence here. So you can bring the gaze down past the nose down to the floor, or I'll invite you, if you feel comfortable, to close the eyes and just connect with your breath. So take a really long, deep inhale in through the nose and then sigh it out the mouth. Two more just like that. Inhale. Last one. Good. And you can keep the eyes closed for this, or you can open the eyes if that's better for you. On the next inhale, we're going to take the right ear down to the right shoulder. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the chin down to the chest. And then inhale, left ear goes to left shoulder. So just little half circles here. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. So just repeat that with your own breath. It can be as slow as you would like. Just focusing on the breath. We want to keep this nice and gentle, but if you'd like to go for a full rotation, make some small circles with the nose, you can do that now. Again, keep it really nice and soft. No need to crank in the neck. Just gentle movement here. If you're taking full circles, make sure to switch and go the other way. Good. And we'll bring the right ear down to the right shoulder again. If you'd like a little bit of a deeper stretch here, you can place the left hand down on the ground and just gently place the right hand over that left ear. So there's no need to tug or pull. Just that little extra bit of weight can open that stretch in the neck a little bit deeper. So inhale here and feel your breath coming in through that stretch in the left side of the neck. It should feel good. And bring it up to center and we'll switch. So left ear comes to left shoulder. Your right hand comes down to the ground, and your left hand can gently rest on top of the right ear, not tugging or straining in any way. Just breathe into that right side of the neck. Good. Back to center. I'm going to slowly start some circles with the shoulders in either direction. We will switch, so whichever way you'd like to start is fine. Go ahead and reverse it. Good. And then back in neutral, I'm going to sit up nice and tall. So your back and your spine should be reaching up. Find some length. And we're going to picture that your back is like the handle of a ladle. And your legs, your base right here, is a bowl of soup or whatever whatever you would like, but your ladle is sitting right into your bowl of soup. And then we're slowly going to stir the pot, so, or the bowl, one way. And I'll invite you, if you find any sticky spots, any spots that feel like they need just a little bit more, feel free to linger there. So linger if you need to and keep stirring your pot nice and slow. Good. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and reverse your circle. So stir the other way. Again, feel free to linger if you feel any sticky spots here. Really scrape that side of that pot. Should feel nice and good. Good. And bring it back to center. And we're going to make our way to our hands and knees for a tabletop. So meet me there and take a moment to find a solid foundation in this tabletop pose before we move. So make sure the hands are planted, lots of space between the fingers. The wrist should come directly below the shoulders. And then same with the knees, they should come just below the hips. And then if you find that you're sagging a little bit in here, just pull the belly button up a little bit in towards the spine. So a little core activation for a nice, strong, solid, flat top. You should be able to set a glass of water right on top of your back. So once you have this foundation and you feel good, you can start to breathe. And as you inhale, the belly is going to drop, the tailbone will reach up, and your gaze will look forward. And then on your exhale, the belly button comes in and the back will round. And you'll look in at that belly button. Inhale, drop the belly, tailbone up, look forward. And exhale to round the back. Continue with these nice, slow cow and cat with your own breath. Nice, long inhales and exhales as you move slowly. And I'll invite you, if you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and close the eyes and take it inward and just notice how this feels in your body. Two more with your own breath. And then bring it back to neutral. We're going to plant the right hand in the middle of our mat. And your left hand is going to reach up high towards the sky. And then on your exhale, you're going to bring it all the way down so your shoulder is flat against the mat for a thread the needle. And your head can rest gently on the ground as well. It should feel really good opening up the shoulders. Nice stretch. Breathe into this pose. Good. Bring it back up. If you'd like, you can stretch it up to even it out one more time before returning back down, and we'll switch to the other side. So left hand comes to the center. Your right hand reaches up high to the sky. And then exhale to bring it all the way through and down onto the mat. Good, and you can bring it up one last time for a nice big stretch. And then return both hands into a tabletop position. We're going to stretch the hands out forward and put the tail up to the sky, melting the heart into the mat for a puppy pose. This feels really good on my shoulders, also in my chest and arms opening up in the heart. Good. Come back up to tabletop. We're going to take our right leg out long and just take a quick moment to stretch a little bit in the heel, nice and gentle. No need to press it all the way down to the ground. Just feeling a nice stretch in that leg before we bring that right foot all the way up in between the hands for a nice low lunge. So find your foundation here first, and we don't want to be dumping into your hands here, so this is a good opportunity. If you have some blocks handy, you can use those for some support. We'll just make sure that you have some light fingers here. And as we inhale, we're going to push forward, opening up the heart. And then on our exhale, we point the toes up to the sky and bring the hips back and fold over that right leg. Nice and slow. Inhale, heart goes forward. Exhale to fold it over. Do 3 more of those with your own breath. This is a really good stretch if you have any sciatic pain, really opening up a lot of legs, hips, all of that. Should be feeling it in here. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to plant the hands and bring that right foot back to meet the left. And we're going to repeat this on the other side. So from tabletop, send that left leg back first for just a little bit of a stretch here. Feel that in my calf. Feels really good after my run this morning. And then bring the left leg all the way in between the hands and find that foundation for your lunge. You can keep the toes curled here, or you can lay them flat on the ground. It's up to you. Having the toes curled usually provides a little bit more stability. So if you're looking for that today, you can keep them curled. And then once you've found that foundation, you'll inhale to press the heart forward. Exhale, toes come up to the sky and fold. Inhale to lunge forward over that left knee. And exhale, bring the hips back, toes up to the sky and fold. 3 more, just like that. Good, and once you're forward, plant the hands, bring the left leg back to meet the right. And from your tabletop, we're going to take the knees wide and fold back into a nice, comfortable child's pose for a little bit of a rest here. Take some big, deep breaths in and out, and notice how your body's feeling right now. We are mostly going to stay low to the ground, but we will be making our way up to standing just briefly, so really enjoy this rest here before we do that. All right, so let's make our way up to standing. And we're going to take the legs out wide. And the toes can be facing forward here. Just a nice wide leg. And find your foundation here first, though. Make sure your spine is nice and tall. And we're going to inhale, reach up, and exhale to forward fold. This is a really good opportunity if you have a block handy. You can use that for some support here on any level. You can also grasp the arms, maybe sway back and forth. Just remember to keep a slight bend in the knees here wherever you're at. No locking in the knees. And breathe in and out here. Really feel that nice stretch in the legs. And that forward fold in the back. All right, so you can lift just a little bit here. If you have a block, you are welcome to place that block right underneath where your bottom is going. We are headed into garland pose or a yogi squat. So if you're already folded down, you can use the hands for support. As you lower your bottom either to the block or without the block, it looks just like this. And it's the same benefit either way. So if you have the block for support, that's perfectly okay. Find the foundation here, and you'll bring the hands into heart center, and you're kind of pushing open with the elbows. Just take some really deep breaths in and out here. You really will feel it opening up in the hips, maybe some stretch in the legs here. Good, and take one hand in the front and one hand in the back, and just gently sit down. We're going to bring the legs out in front, and just take some gentle windshield wipers with the legs. So you can keep it nice and slow. It's not a downpour, just a light sprinkle. Should feel really good in the hips and the legs after that. Good. Then bring the feet together for a bound angle butterfly pose. And your feet can be as far away from your bottom as is comfortable for you. They don't have to be right in here. Just find a nice comfy spot. Maybe massage the feet a little bit here. Or you can just clasp around them, whatever you feel. And if you'd like, you can flap your little butterfly wings a little too. I'm going to keep it still today. Reconnecting with that breath if we've wandered from that. All right, good. And then we're going to keep the left leg in, send the right leg out long, and take a moment to square the hips so we're not facing forward, we're facing directly at that big toe here. And we're going to fold over, so if you have any props, a strap, maybe a scarf or something that you'd like to wrap around the foot to get a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can certainly use those. You also don't have to grab the foot. You can rest your hands wherever they fall. So on the inhale, lift up, and exhale to fold it over. Keep a little bend in that right knee if that feels best for you. My legs are a little tight today, so I definitely have a little bend here. And on your exhales, just feel yourself folding a tiny bit deeper into this forward fold over the right side. Slowly roll it on up, and we're going to switch. So left leg comes out long, right foot comes in. Set your foundation first, so hips square over that left toe. Inhale to reach up, and exhale, forward fold. Notice if anything feels different on this side from the other side. Maybe it's a little bit tighter, maybe it's not as tight. Notice how it's different, and give yourself some grace. You don't have to fold as deep into this side as the last. Couple more breaths in and out here. Roll it slowly back up. I'm going to reposition my mat. We're going to come back down to lying down on our backs. So if you have any props in the way like I do, go ahead and clear your mat. And slowly roll it on back to laying down on the ground. So using the strength in your core, go ahead and bring one knee up and then the other one. And hug both knees into the body. And maybe play here for just a moment as you breathe. So you can rock a little bit side to side, giving yourself a nice little back massage. And then return the feet to the ground. We're going to keep the left foot planted and take the right ankle over the left knee. And then thread the fingers through so you are holding on to the left thigh. And with the feet flexed here, just pull gently into the body. So no need to force here. Just a nice stretch in the legs and the glutes. Should feel good. If you'd like to take it a little bit deeper for some more stretch in the legs, you can straighten the left leg here. That's an option. You can also gently rock side to side. Continue to massage that back if that feels good for you. All right, and slowly return the left foot down to the ground, followed by the right. We're going to switch to the other side, so plant the right foot. The left ankle comes on top of the right knee, and then thread your fingers through to grab the right thigh. And find your foundation here, just slowly pulling the legs in, feeling that nice stretch. As you breathe, choose your options. So if you'd like a little bit more in the leg, you can extend that right foot or that right leg up, or maybe gently rock from side to side, your choice. And when you're done, go ahead and return both feet to the ground. This time we're going to hug the right knee in, and your left leg goes out long. Back a little on my mat. I'm just gently hugging this knee. And then slowly using your left hand, we're going to guide the right knee all the way across the side body for a little bit of a twist. And if you'd like to take it a little deeper, you can open your right arm out to the side or cactus arm, and then gaze at your right fingers. So really twisting the opposite way. Bring it back to center, and we'll switch. So your right leg goes out long, left knee comes in, just gently pull it in, for a moment here before using your right hand to guide your left knee all the way across the body. And then maybe open up that arm and look at the fingers over to the left. And breathe into that twist. All right, and bring it back in. So both knees hug in this time. And you can stay here if you're really enjoying this pose, maybe giving yourself a nice big hug, or if you'd like to go ahead and take a happy baby, little opening in the hips one last time, you can do that. So you can either grab the big toes or the outer edges of the feet and stretch into this pose. And if you'd like, you can take some gentle rocking movements, maybe stretch one leg out at a time, whatever feels good to you. All right. Now we're going to prepare for some rest. So whatever that looks like for you, I'm going to take a reclined goddess today. So if you have a bolster or a pillow or a rolled up blanket and you'd like to join me in this position, you'll place it just behind your seat and you're going to put your feet in that butterfly position and just lay back over the bolster or the pillow. Use whatever props you need for additional support here. So you can put a block under the bolster if you need a little bit more height, if this doesn't feel good. You can also just lay flat on your back with your legs long in Shavasana. Make those choices for yourself and whatever you're feeling in your body today. So if you're in this pose, breathe in and out, feeling that stretch. And at any time, if you feel like you need to close the legs, remove the props and stretch out long, you can do so. So here's what that would look like. And I'll invite you to stay resting here for as long as you have the time or would like to today. At least 10 minutes of Shavasana is recommended. So go ahead and pause the video now if you'd like to take some extra time for yourself here. And if you're ready to wrap up, go ahead and roll on over to either side. And just rest here for a moment in embryo pose. So knees bent, find a comfortable place, maybe resting on one of the hands or arms or on a prop or on the ground. Just breathing this final rest here. And then when you're ready, use the strength of your arms and hands to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat one more time. One more big inhale and then exhale. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide your practice today. Whatever the rest of the day brings, I hope that you will continue to bring this soft and gentleness into the rest of your day. And if you're preparing for sleep, I hope this allows you to rest nice and easy. So reach the arms all the way up high to the sky and bring your hands down to the heart. Thank you again.